Ooh. Uh-oh. Let's bring this up and bring this down and bring that up. What the hell's that noise? Can anyone hear that? Bring that music down. What do I hear? What do I hear? It's not the line in. It's not the line in. What's going on here? What's going on here? Does anyone hear that? Is that just me? Oh, hold on a second. Oh my gosh. All part of the fun. All part of the fun. I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that later. All right. Getting started just about. We have a late E3 retrospective recap, whatever you want to call it. Hold on, I'll do my introduction soon. Let this one end. We got a little over 20 seconds left, and then I'll say hello to everyone. And there we are. All right. We're reclining. We're lounging today. Low-key lounge stream. Hello, everyone. Hello. How do you do on this fine summer evening? My name is KaijuKenjra, a.k.a. Kendra, a.k.a. Jesse, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me. I am here. And I'm feeling pretty good. I hope y'all doing the same or feeling the same. Who do I see in chat here? We have E3 Bo. Michaela still here, still that bitch. Allison. We have Luis. Hello, Luis. I saw Nave earlier. Hi, Nave. A couple people just hanging. Maybe some lurkers. AKA the business. AKA the man, the myth, because I have not been seen for many years. Let me sit up. Vari is here. How we doing? Everyone sound off. Michaela, you don't have to sound off because I already know how you're doing. Unless you had a wild ride home. How's everyone else doing? Let me know. What's going on, people? How we feeling? Ooh. It's alright. Still a little sore. You want everyone to know how you're doing? You're a lump. A lump, you say? Gotta get that checked out. Michaela and I, the reason I pushed the stream to 7:45 is because Michaela and I just got back from A Quiet Place 2. So in the event it ran long or we ran into traffic or something happened, I wanted that little bit of extra buffer just so it's not like a weird 5-10 minute delay. Bear with me just 1 second, people. I don't think anyone can hear it, but I have a weird feedback in my headphones, and I want to see if it's freaking my headphones, if it's the headphones themselves, because I already have Adams are still plugged in. Got shopping done, trip to Seattle, yeah. Power dancing. Wait, hold on, give me 2 seconds. Okay, the good news is it's also in those other headphones, so I don't have to replace these. It's probably just something weird on the line. I'll sort with that later. The dancing prevented you from hanging out with me. Enable access to so many different Starbucks. Power dancing. Okay. Rainbow, I gave Michaela a brief overview of exactly what you were up to. I painted you in a very good light, by the way. A strange box popped up on my screen and won't stop loading. Tough. Deal with it. All right. Okay. So, everyone, you've tuned in tonight of all nights because we're gonna do a more low-key stream, something a bit more truncated, smaller in scale. We're just gonna have a conversation. No games tonight. We're gonna talk about E3, what was great, what was odd, and just general impressions, how we're feeling, that sort of thing. So. This one, I'll be, it'll just be a lot of activity in chat I'm hoping for. I'm going to do plenty of monologues, but I'll be looking for feedback too, because I want to show some of my favorite trailers. I want to talk about just the conferences overall. I want to kind of just talk about potentially the future, what's going on there. It's the government, very same, works out in 2 months. Last week till I'm out of school. Y'all on some weird shit. Loki stream? No, I will not be streaming Loki. I'm sure that is a massive infringement of copyrights. And yeah, Disney will drop the hammer on me quicker than you can say $30 for that dragon movie. Whatever the hell that dragon movie was. Well, where was I? I'm going to bring this way down. The rotating chair rotates. The rotating chair is vacant, I should say. Yeah, there's no Adam today. He might make an appearance in chat. I told him to swing by to say hello to everyone, but I gave him a breather. I gave him a moment to chillax, to just recover and recuperate, and he'll be back before we know it. He'll be back before we know it. All right. I asked to be Adam, and he broke down in tears. He said no one can replace him. That's true. That is true. I wanted him to be here, and he's just like, may I please sleep? And I said, okay, fine. Guys. Oh, Iron Curtain's here. Hello, Iron. Is he in the basement? We're all in the basement. If I pan over, there's the door that shan't be named. He may or may not be in there. That's not for... Excuse me. That's not for you to know. That's for me to know, and for the police especially not to know. The Odin sleep. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So, I'm going to bring this music all the way down to the point where it's kind of way off in the background. All right. Okay, so. The binding of... That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's start with this. Because I know, even if you don't follow it actively, the majority of you have seen a significant, if not all of E3, the announcements, the conferences, a lot of the stuff like that. Impressions. What did you think? Just like, and keep it brief, just like overall, like, I was positive on it, disappointed, could have been better, just get what a brief first impression. For me, I was checking my expectations from moment one, because especially after last year with the pandemic and stuff, this year was just like, oh, if I see anything that really intrigues me, that's going to be a pleasant surprise, because I expected all the studios to kind of be hunkering down, to come out of the pandemic, trying to focus all of their attention, all of their efforts on actually finishing their stuff and releasing in some remnant of a decent time frame. And it's pretty well known at this point that anyone who devotes time to create like a gameplay demo or any sort of significant trailer, that is resource taken away from actually creating the game. That is development time spent on that instead of actually getting your game out. And as of right now, because everything is still very uncertain, these studios are just getting back into the swing of things, release windows are still very tentative. Everyone's like, we're trying to hit 2021. We're going to aim for mid-2022, that sort of stuff. I was expecting very little. And with that being said, because there were a few bangers, I was overall pretty happy. Like, I wanted to see some stuff from Microsoft, because they put all that effort into buying up those studios all these years ago, and see what they were doing. I kind of honestly, like, those middle conferences were were pretty much jokes, but I never really gave a shit about them at all. Like, they were always footnotes between the big boys. Typically we would have Sony, but we don't. So like the Microsoft, Sony at the beginning, and then Nintendo at the end, and everything in between. Sometimes there's some winners, but this year it was kind of jokey. So what's everyone saying? Iron says nothing out of 10. No Animal Crossing. Rainbow's just deleting her messages. Luis is happy. Spicy rice and sausage. Pandemic, need more Among Us or Horizon. You're memeing it up. Horizon, wait. Didn't Horizon, and by didn't I mean I watched the damn thing with you guys. Horizon had a huge ass trailer. It was just a little bit before E3. You wanted even more? Give an inch. Give an inch and Rainbow dances a mile. Couple things with potential that I wasn't expecting. I would say so-so, more positive than not. Okay. Honestly, that's fine given I played No Bugs game, Destiny 2. How are you not hyped for the Verizon show? So many games I have to catch up to. Oh, the Verizon show. So there were those games on like what was it, like Friday? It's like Sunday night, like randomly on Monday before the Capcom show. There was like the Wholesome Games show, the Future Games something or other. Then there was like Devolver and Verizon and that sort of thing. And yeah, there was we'll get into the individuals, but like I said, that stuff I was just sort of, I didn't even watch them live. I typically wait for the people I listen to on podcasts and stuff. They'll do their, in the coming week, they'll say like, hey, here's what was pretty cool to me. And then I'm guaranteed to find like 3-4 things that I didn't even know exists. So that's all really cool. I'm a fan of that sort of stuff, but for the most part, we got the Microsoft stuff. We have Nintendo stuff, which we're going to jump right into Nintendo a couple seconds from now, actually, because I know a few of us, if we're at work or whatever, didn't see any of the Nintendo news, so that'll be new to most of us. So, did you enter to win the MechWarrior 5 PC? No? That sounds cool. Didn't Verizon deny several thousand people's call during a fire in California? Oh, that's Verizon. We're talking about Verizon. Verizon was throttling first responders during the wildfires because pay up. Fuck you, pay me. Regardless of whether our infrastructure is actively being burned down and you're the only entity attempting to keep it intact, fuck you, pay me. They've got insurance. And if a few people have to die along the way, Fios going to keep on rolling. Fios going to keep on rolling. I'll take that marketing gig now, Verizon. Right here. Come on now. What you got for me? So yeah. So what we'll do, we'll start with Nintendo right now because I watched everything, but I was kind of working. I was talking with folks, so I didn't pay too much attention to Nintendo. I mean, I watched it, but stuff is already kind of fading. So let's start with Nintendo and let's look at some of the fun stuff there. So I'm going to cut the music and we shall just jump right in. Callie accidentally shows thighs and gets embarrassed. Okay, great. Yep. I'm going to skip right on past that one there. Let's start with the big boy. Let's start with the big boy. All right, let's do this guy. This is Breath of the Wild 2. This is what Nintendo finished their stream with. This was obviously their biggest announcement of the thing, and showed a lot more than the 2 seconds that, was 2 years ago? So there was, what's it called? They kind of faked everyone out a little bit, where at the very end of the stream, not the very, very end, but, leading into this final segment, the one dude was just like, and the final news from our Legend of Zelda friends. And then it cut to the Zelda team, but they were showing stuff for that Muso game, whatever that game was. Hyrule Warriors. It was, what's it called? The tease of just like, is their final announcement actually gonna be Hyrule Warriors? And no, it wasn't. They showed Hyrule Warriors. They showed, what was it, the one remastered one from Wii where you had the motion control, I think. And then they ended with the big boy, the Megaton, more Breath of the Wild 2. That guy, I mean, biggest. Luis, fuck out of here if you think Breath of the Wild 2 wasn't their biggest, most marquee thing they showed here. What, Metroid Dread? No. Breath of the Wild 2 is what all the eyes wanted to see. They didn't see Metroid, they didn't see Bayonetta, there was no Splatoon. They were hoping and salivating for this. And this is what they got. Let's watch.
2 years have passed since we first announced this game, and we've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However, development has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show a bit more of the game. Please take a look.
What does it mean? What does it mean? I made a comment that this is now a BR, considering the where we dropping. Avatar-esque floating islands. Phase abilities, very creepy. Ghosts of Tsushima. And there we are. So that was Breath of the Wild 2. Of course, I didn't play the first one, but everyone's really hype about this one. It looks cool. I mean, it's still got that cell-shaded style. A little bit more fantastical in terms of the look of stuff, which is cool. You got like floating islands and random stuff like that. I don't know how much of this stuff is new or modified. I'm assuming most of it. There's Ganondorf-esque bullshit that people really like. So yeah, so there's that. Quite frankly, I was relieved it was 2022 because if it was 2021, I would have been like, oh, it's going to be coming up. And I don't know anything about that game, except there's bird people that go, oi, oi. There's bird folks, lion people. You cross-dress for a large portion of the game. That's all I know. So, yeah, I'm in a weird spot with Breath of the Wild because I borrowed it from Vermentis for like a year but never played it. And one of the reasons I never played it is because I kind of wanted to hold off because I heard that the emulators were dramatically better looking than the actual game. And quite frankly, that game does run kind of like trash. What is it, like sub 1080p 30, even in docked? So my thinking was if I wait, then eventually I'm going to have a system strong enough to play that game and have it look as good as the art direction can let it look if it wasn't handicapped by this fucking mobile Switch. And I think we're there. That I've seen recently some footage of that game running on an emulator, and holy shit, that thing blows like anything out of the water I've seen in terms of like first party stuff. So I'm definitely going to play the first Breath of the Wild through I guess it would be a Wii U emulator, because they don't have a Switch emulator. It'd be a modded Wii U emulator, and God, it looks freaking good. I don't think I'm not going to pull up footage right now because I just salivate over it more. But for me, it's going to be weird because I'm going to play the first Breath of the Wild in like 4K 60, incredibly good with amazing lighting and shadows, runs like a dream. And then if I decide to play Breath of the Wild 2, it's going to look dramatically worse. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm sure I'll manage, but damn. When's the Switch emulator coming? Just give me that. I'll buy the games. I'll buy them and just put them on a shelf. And then just be like, okay, ethically, I'm good. Let's go. Let's get that shit on PC. I'm about to destroy everyone's fetish. The bird people are hotter than the fish people. Strong agree. Everyone, those fish people with their weird, like, entire shark body fin things coming out of the back of their head. I don't know about that. Those bird people are nice. Bird people are fun. I really hope they have the balls to call it Switch U. Hey, where's the Switch Pro? Hey, leakers who said it was coming out last Friday? Where's that console? Hey, dozens of legitimate leaks showing hardware and the OLED screen and all that stuff. Where's that Switch? I kind of hope. I don't like the people shooting octopus. Oh, I love you mean Splatoon? You mean Splatoon? Switch Pro is greater than, or is not as good as Switch U. Also, hi Bailey. Hey, when the new Switch gets revealed, or the revision, or whatever you want to call it, preferred name, what would you want it to be called? I want it to be called the Super Switch. The Switch Super. I want it to be called the Super Switch. Yeah, Super Switch would be my favorite potential name that could be. Name's probably right. The new Nintendo Switch, like the new 3DS. Who is making those decisions at Nintendo? They do realize that time moves forward, right? They do realize that the new Nintendo Switch will at some point be more than a month old. They realize that, right? Does time work differently for Nintendo of Japan? Because that shit. Hey, who wants a new Nintendo 3DS XL from 2014 or whatever the freak it came out? Not me. What if you want a used new Nintendo Switch? What if you go on, or like to GameSpot or GameStop or whatever the hell? I want the new Nintendo Switch, but a used new Nintendo Switch. Fuck out of here. What are you doing? I feel it makes sense in the name. We would like to switch. So yeah, the Super Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Super Switch, the Switch Super, the Switch 64. They have a lot of cool alliterative names. And instead, they're going to go with the new Nintendo Switch. I know they are. I can feel it. Nave's right. Yeah. The Famicom Switch. No one in North America knows what the hell that means. Hell, even I don't. The Nintendo Super Suit. Okay, so let's move right along. We can keep talking in between trailers. So Breath of the Wild 2 was how they ended. They had some other stuff in there. They had Monkey Balls, which is I can't tell if Monkey Ball is a collection. Here. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania? The hell's what's going on with this? What's going on here? I have never put hands on this game. I don't know what it feels like, but it's so fun to watch. I don't care about the minigames. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Go bananas in October. So they had that. I love watching Super Monkey Ball. I love those awesome games done quick Monkey Ball speedruns where the entire game is you like jerk the entire stage so that it's it's gone and you just fall, and then you like slam it back down right when you perfectly pinpoint the end goal with your just projectile that is the monkey. I love watching that shit because it's all fast and janky because it's all motion control. So it's just like, that's good. That's good. Ali says, watch the new Outer Worlds trailer. Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We're kind of going in reverse order here. So we have to get to chaos. The darkness is so thick I can practically taste it. Final Fantasy Origins. What are they doing? What are they doing? I heard the game is actually fun. Like, there was a corrupted... All right, we're getting sidetracked here. So they announced that. I'm not going to do too much more Nintendo stuff. They showed more SMT. They showed some... what else did they show? Wario. The WarioWare looks cool. They showed... I don't know, some other random crap. I guess Metroid Dread is a big one. People like Metroid. I'm not all that interested in it. Prime nor Dread really do all that much for me. Growing up, I was never a huge fan of the series. It's not like I disliked it. It just was something that I didn't really give a shit about. So people are excited about Metroid Dread. Oh, the Smash trailer was fun. Smash also something I don't really give a shit about, but the trailer for Smash, the Tekken dude throwing everyone off a volcano, I got a kick out of that. Metroid Dread. Favorite part is they went full force with Black Mage. Yeah. In the most literal interpretation possible. Hold on, let's see here. Let's look at this. It's Dog from Half-Life. You'll be fighting Dog from Half-Life as the main antagonist of this game. Dread! Weird bird person. Have you seen the Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay trailer? So, there was that. Also, I'm sorry, like, I keep cutting back and forth. Right now, I don't have a good cutout screen. At least I don't think I do. I guess I could do this. Oh, there's that. Yeah, there's that. I can do that. So, yeah, there is Metroid Dread. People seem to like that. For me, I don't dislike the Metroidvania genre. You know, I've been a big fan of quite a few of those. I'm really looking forward to playing the new Ori, and Hollow Knight is, I was saying, a lot of people's best favorite game ever. Like, not even of genre, just people adore Hollow Knight. So I do own that. I should probably play that. I like Metroidvanias. I played quite a few of them over the years. It's just specifically Metroid, like the actual Metroid series is just like, I will choose different games over Metroid simply because, they, for whatever reason, other stuff appeals to me. So there's that. So if people love that, great. If not, no worries. It is on the way. Unlike Metroid Prime, which, as many people have said in chat, is a fever dream and has never existed. And how dare you imply that the gift that we have given you, this view into an alternate universe, you've seen that. Now just be happy. Just be happy. And hey, are you talking about Bayonetta 3? You better not be talking about Bayonetta 3. I have a friend that is addicted to Hollow Knight. Isn't that a game you beat? What's he just do? Like keep playing it over and over and over? Ugh. Favorite thing of Nintendo in chat. What was your favorite reveal of Nintendo for those of you who did actually see it? We have SMT. We have all this stuff that I showed. We have random other crap. I can't. I'm going to have to pull up like everything that they revealed. Here, let's see. Let's go. Thank you, Ars Technica. Okay, Metroid Dread, we just covered. Breath of the Wild, yes. We talked about WarioWare, Get It Together. That game looks fun as hell. That's one of, I would say, I'm not really anticipating any of these. Like, quite frankly, I don't even own a Switch right now. I sold it to Rachel. Rachel, I hope you're enjoying Snipper Clips. But I can still borrow stuff, that sort of thing. So, Mario Party Superstars. Don't know about that. Don't know what's going on with that. I was never a huge fan. Honestly, I would, in terms of like mini game style games, I'm WarioWare all the day. All the day. All the way, all the day. I do say, heed my words. Yeah, so Mario Party, SMT5. It's like weird angels and demons and shit. Could be fun. Cruisin' Blast, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. I know we have a few Monster Hunter fans in the chat here, but I hate to say it, I'd play World, like I'd play the kind of most production value ones. They look the most intense. I loved Lost Planet, the sci-fi kind of variant of that, if you could call it that. Just, bear with me here with that analogy, but it's not furthest from the truth. It kind of is like the sci-fi Monster Hunter. I would play, I love that sort of stuff, but any of the like ancillary Monster Hunter stuff, it's fine. It's fine. They got a hot-ass green-purple bun in that game, says the Iron Curtain. Is that the one I saw where you can, like, if you pre-order it, you get that? What do you mean? Do you mean Rabbids? I don't know. What game has a purple bun? God, hold on. The feedback I hear in my headphones is so annoying. Hold on. Let me see if I can just unplug and replug some wires. Bear with me, people. What is that? Oh, it's so annoying and it's not going away. It's the worst. Throw it in fire, Mr. Frodo. No, Mr. Frodo. I just have to tolerate it. God, we got to keep watching trailers so I just hear noise. Okay. We also had, Danganronpa Decadence. It's it looks like a weird slice of life version of all those games from all the characters. We had spooky Japanese lady takes photos of ghosts so they don't murder her. That's always fun. Advanced Wars is a series that I know has a lot of fans. I know a lot of people love that. Once again, sorry to sound like a broken record, I don't have any affinity for it, don't really know much about it, but people seem to like that. We already talked about our love for the Monkey's Balls. spectacular. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's already out, I'm pretty sure. So I guess that's just a Switch release. Worms Rumble. If it ain't turn-based, it ain't Worms, I say. Get out of my face. Kazuya is in Tekken. That was a fun trailer. Doom Eternal's coming, and Tony Hawk is coming. So a lot of released games just being revealed for Switch. So yeah, that's sort of what's going on there. So other than that, we had some random stuff. Where do we go next? Let's walk back to the good old times that are Monday evening for the majesty that is Capcom, which I can summarize in a couple sentences. They said, "Thank you for really loving Resident Evil Village. As a result of you loving it so much, we're making DLC." So there was literally a still image, or I should say just text, that said, production has started on Resident Evil DLC. So there was that, and that was all there was. Then they moved on to, I can't remember if they did more Monster Hunter stories next, but they did a big spot amongst Monster Hunter stories. I'm not going to play any trailers for that, but for those of you who love it, you love it. Then they showed off a shitload of Ace Attorney and what was it, Herlock Sholmes and all this other stuff. Ace Attorney seems fun. We're moving past Ace Attorney. And then they did some esports stuff for fighting games. And I was watching Maximilian Dude, and even he was disappointed with the fighting games, despite him being fighting game centric, because rather than actual news, it was just an update from their esports division being like, "Hey, did you know that we do esports? And we have fighting game tournaments, and they're fun." And so there was really no major news there as far as I'm aware. Best segment over. He's gone. Yeah, we're going for all you Nintendo fanboys. You can cut out now. I give you permission. Don't leave. I need you. Please stay. I better get to play as the hillbilly boxer guy. From what? From what? What are you referencing? Okay, so they did that. Can we talk for a few minutes about Squeenix? Let's talk a little bit about Square Enix, aka Marvel. I can't recover it, but I saw a Scooby-Doo thing where they were pulling off the mask and Square Enix was with the mask on, and when it was off, it was just Marvel. So they, Michaela, Luis, Vermentis, and I were hanging out on Sunday watching stuff. Square Enix, after Microsoft, they started and they decided to devote, 8 hours? 7 to 8 hours straight of about 2 minutes of footage from Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. And it looks fine. I don't know. I mean, I like Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of the movies. Those were fun. Bautista, Chris Pratt doing velociraptors and stuff. And the game looks okay, honestly. Like I'm not going to say it looked bad. There's some like decision making where you can be like, put Groot in a box. No, put Rocket in a box. And it was weird hearing the movie versions of those characters, despite me knowing full and well that Bautista and Vin Diesel, aka Groot, are not the be-all end-all of those actors. So, yeah. Rainbow says, Marvel's Guardians of the Mass Effect. Yeah, I can see what you mean. There. So they had that, and then after the 9 hours, 10 to 12 hours of that, they moved on to what? They moved on to what happened after that? Here, let's see. Square Enix announcements. No, I want to do the whole thing. Come on, hit me with something. Is it all this one? Okay, here, I guess this will count. Let's go over to here. Squeenix. So, they announced after the Mario, after the Guardians of the Galaxy bullshit there, they had some other stuff. They had a Black Panther expansion to Marvel's Avengers. Quite frankly, I don't know if that game is alive or dead, considering that it had a very muted response when it came out, and I heard the player numbers on Steam are abysmal. And so they're still developing it, probably because it's so new, and maybe they're hoping they can turn it around. It is a service game after all, and there are quite a few success stories of rough service games being turned around by enough love and affection. No guarantee any of that's going to happen here, but it could. So they're trying to do the Wakanda, War for Wakanda Black Panther expansion where you get to play as Black Panther. So there's that. They showed a bunch of Life is Strange stuff where your power is the ability to be kind. So you can see people when they're sad and be like, cheer up. You can see people are angry and then you get angry because you have poor impulse control. And you're just like, now I'm angry. You can do other stuff. You can be an Asian girl in the Pacific Northwest and listen to a dude playing a banjo or a ukulele while they sing those songs that sound like what's that sound like? Like, I don't even know the names. I can't even talk about a single group that sings that sort of shit. I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. They have, just think of, like I said, flannel jackets and mandolins. And there's that game. So there's that. I've only seen about 2/3 of the first game. I heard the second game was really good. I had Captain Spirit downloaded on my Xbox for a couple months and never booted it up. So the intention was there. You know, we could have played the game if we wanted to. I think Life is Strange 2 is free on Game Pass, and Tell Me Why is free for Pride Month. For Pride Month. So there is all that, a lot of stuff at your fingertips. Other than that, yeah, the Black Panther trailer is for all the one person playing this game. Yeah, he's going to be very excited. Was the weird pixel remaster? Was the pixel remaster in this one? This was, right? That was Square Enix? Like you said, it was, apparently it's the first 6 Final Fantasies, but they're just called the Pixel Remaster or something like that, and no one knows what that means. I was watching Maximilian Dude, and I don't know 100%, but I think they showed a screenshot from it, or they shared something in a press release directly during or after the conference, and he put that up, and then he compared it to a couple years ago. There was like a release on mobile or Steam or something like that, and the Steam version looked dramatic, not dramatically, but like better. It looked more detailed. Yeah, so I don't freaking know what's going on with those, but there's a vague pixel remaster happening, so there's that. Oh, and then we get these freaking winners here. I gotta show you some shit. For those of you who don't have the majesty of, or haven't had the majesty of experiencing Final Fantasy Orange is the New Black, Strangers of Paradise, do I have a trailer for you? Let's watch, and take a drink every time you hear the word chaos. Here, let's see. Yeah, here, let's take a look. Let's take a look what's going on here. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts. Uh-oh, Very has to leave. Bye, Very.
That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
2?
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing. I want to kill chaos.
Chaos.
I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger.
It's like a hunger.
Thirst. Move aside.
A thirst.
You're dust.
You sure chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the shrine of chaos. He's here.
Yes.
We just have to hunt him down. Feel the pain. The darkness is so thick I can taste it.
This
is it.
That's my favorite
doubt.
line. That's my favorite line in the whole trailer. Listen to this one.
This is so thick I can.
Listen.
The darkness is so thick I can taste it.
The darkness is so thick I can taste it.
This is it. No doubt. Die already!
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but
Chaos!
never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Crush you! Know when you're beaten! And who are you? We're here to kill chaos.
The prophecy's very own warriors of light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland!
No. I become chaos.
Yeah, we have 8 chaoses. Chaos. So even watching that the first time, we were laughing out loud at the dialogue. It wasn't just me, right? It's absurd. It's absurd. So there's that game. It was funny. It was really funny because that game came out. The trailer kind of made it the laughing stock of the day. And then it immediately released a demo. So it was, hey guys, like maybe the demo will be good. You know, people were giving it the benefit of the doubt. And they all downloaded the demo to their PlayStation 5s and whatnot. And the demo was corrupted. So no one could boot the demo. And every single time someone attempted to download it and play it, it would give a system level error message on their PlayStation consoles saying the game files are destroyed and this game cannot be played. So that fed into the chaos mantra, and then it was just a very chaotic Sunday, just a very chaotic day all around. So the trailer, the demo is apparently working now, and apparently the game's fine. You know, apparently the game is not all that bad. It's a fun little character action or whatever, third person hack and no, I don't even know the genre. Whatever it is, it seems to be a decent version of that. So, you know, it was the presentation is weird. Come on. The presentation was absurd with the chaos and the grunting and the weird dude with just a normal ass shirt in a fantasy setting. Like what's going here? Where is it? Like, who is this dude just wearing? It's like his buddies are in this high fantasy gear and he's just in a freaking normal ass shirt. Like, what is this? What is the game? What is this? Is this the player character? No, I don't think so, right? I don't know who this person is. It's the Heroes of Light or something. Chaos. So there was that. Now, a little bit more near and dear to my heart, a little bit more, Platinum Games, because they've made some stuff that I really, really enjoy. Some fantastic stuff. They have a good reputation in the industry overall for making some really cool stuff, some really tight controlling stuff. Babylon's Fall is this multiplayer character action looking game that came out from them. Listen to this trailer. We talked about the Chaos trailer. That was counting chaoses and just listening to the nature of it. Listen to the audio quality of this trailer, and specifically, I'll point out something here. Let's just watch, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so we have this painterly style that looks like someone just
built over 1,000 years.
A blur, like a Vaseline filter.
A tower of dreams.
Blurry as all hell.
But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin.
Tower of Ruin, okay. So some blurry but varied landscapes.
And the coldest of winds. Eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
I'm playing at highest quality, by the way. Trust me, it does look blurry.
Does the savior of Neo-Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
That was jarring. Okay. No sound effects whatsoever, just the choral
If I'm to die,
arrangement.
then I'll die for hope, for what little hope there may be.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. Now a bunch of silence.
Seen through the veil at last, have you?
Seen through the veil at last, have you? Now another 20-second.
We're all prisoners of our subjective reality.
We're coming up. The one I like the most is coming up.
Believe only what you
Nope,
see.
not
And
this.
you like to end up seeing only what you believe.
I think it's this next one. Listen.
Naught but two paths lie ahead. Ascend to the heavens above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale.
What is your drunk stepfather doing voice acting this game? The Babylon's fall.
Before you fall.
Don't fall. Pabst Blue Ribbon. What is this trailer? This is Platinum showing? Yeah, Louise, what did he say? He said
The
tower or
or fall.
fall.
Like this one now before you.
Like this one before you? You really got to put some effort into understanding that. Very good. the stones from Dark Souls. Very good. What else did they say? Thank you, or some shit like that. So there's Babylon's Fall. Not the best showing from Platinum. Oh, excuse me. But it was funny. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ah, you're making me want to do the Elden Ring again. So there was EA. There was Square Enix. And they were the most meme-worthy of the whole weekend for sure. Based on Chaos, based on Babylon's Fall, based on the Final Fantasy Pixel remaster. and we are expecting Bayonetta 3 from these guys. Well, they made 1 and 2, and those games are pretty spectacular. So, yes, they made the fighting parts of, or the combat for Nier Automata, which is really fun. They made Resident Evil, not Resident Evil. They made Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. They made Vanquish. They made a game we played just a month or two ago. They made Vanquish. They make some good stuff. When they're on, they're on. And when they're off, you get your drunk uncle slurring his speech at the end of the E3 trailer. Also, narrative sounds like older Junkrat. I haven't played enough Overwatch to know what Junkrat sounds like. Oh, do you mean the guy?
The savior of Neo Babylon stand among us?
The savior of Babylon among us? What? That guy? Is that what Junkrat sounds like? Yeah, so that was Square Enix. They had some stuff. It was interesting. If anyone has any like little games that they're aware of that are really cool, by all means, bring them to my attention. But and by that I mean, like the Wholesome Games Showcase, the PC gaming show, stuff like that. I'll next I want to move because it's fun, not because I love any of the games in particular. Our good old friends over at Ubisoft. Or Ubisoft, I don't know how to pronounce their name, their company. I did a quick recap, or I watched a recap on Saturday night because they went on Saturday. Wait, did they go on Saturday? They went sometime. I'm kind of going out of order. But they had, from what I can just recall off the top of my head, they had Rainbow Six Quarantine, now known as Extraction, which is, I was excited for this game. Now I don't, because I watched some gameplay of it too. I don't know if I'm all that excited for it. I was excited because I played a little bit of Siege and I didn't stick with it too much. The PvP, like round-based stuff, was fun, but not like a long-term like kind of game I wanted to commit to. And so this was like, oh, like it's the engine and like the destructibility and destroy walls and stuff like that engine of Siege, but it's in a PvE co-op sort of coordinate, sort of like a GTFO sort of thing. And yeah. And what's it called? This game does not look all that good. It looks like a shittier, I mean, here, this is going pretty based on some pretty preliminary stuff, you could say. Worse than Back 4 Blood, the Microsoft one, and a lot worse than the Redfall, the one that's coming out. Granted, was only CG, but sort of conceptual. So this one might just land dead. What else did they have? Don't talk about Ubisoft. The CEO assaults women. David Cage works for Ubisoft now. Oh, wait, who's the CEO of Ubisoft? Is that Yves Guillemot or whatever his name is? I know that Ubisoft is under a ton of hot water because it was revealed that like across the board, their management and like hire are a bunch of complete assholes, or at least whoever was / is in there is terrible. The one quote I heard pretty recently, actually just recently, was the Far Cry team was told repeatedly to add more rape jokes to their games earlier, like for Far Cry 3 and 4, because they were trying to tell like deeper, more compelling stories, and they wanted to like keep that zany, lighthearted appearance a little bit more. Yeah, it's on record that a lot of the devs were kind of kneecapped and shit like that. But hey, Assassin's Creed. I don't know. Yeah, They showed off a new DLC for Assassin's Creed where you apparently attack Paris, France or something, the Siege of Paris. They showed off a little bit of the new Far Cry with that actor that I really like. They also showed off this one where I guess you play as all the villains from the previous games, and it's this weird, like, surreal bullshit. Don't think he assaulted women, he just ignored it and let it happen. The actual assaulter made a small fortune when he left. Oh, well, great. Nothing like a golden parachute or whatever the expression is to protect the shittiest amongst us. What else? They did the Assassin's Creed. They have Rabbids, which is sort of like XCOM for people who hate themselves. I don't know. I don't know much about Rabbids. I just said they look like minions, and I can't handle that. I can never really take them seriously because I have a visceral gut reaction to them, and it is negative. Like, why do some of them dress like Mario characters? Why do they all have those disgusting bulgy eyes? How come my first impression of them was like the Ubisoft Rabbids games before they crossed over with Nintendo and corrupted it with their bullshit? So, Rabbids scare me, is what I'm saying. Anything else? What did they announce? Rainbow Six. Oh, Rocksmith. Oh, there's Riders Republic, like this sports game. Rainbow Six, of course. Valhalla. Werewolves Within. It's a movie. I know nothing about it. Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah, this guy. He's cool. He's really cool. But that's just Far Cry, Rabbids. Oh yeah, they ended with Avatar. They're doing that first person Avatar game is coming out in 2022. Sivako, everyone. Just in time for the next news of the next delay of Avatar. Where their 8 movies that they're recording simultaneously get pushed to what? What's it, like 2023, 4, 5, 6, 7 simultaneously? That's the new release date. So, I hope it's good. I remember that was the first new stereoscopic 3D movie that I saw after the red and the blue, back of the cereal box type 3D, Spy Kids 3D years of old. And I have a very nostalgic place for that Avatar movie in my heart because as like a movie fiend tech snob, not a snob, like I can be easily wowed by that shit. Like that movie blew my mind. That was like, this is the future. This is so awesome. So I really, really hope the next Avatar movies are good because that was a fun place to be, a fun theater, a fun world. I guess the only place I could still see them in 3D is like the IMAX at the big Carmike or the what's it called? The AMC. So fingers crossed. All right. So that was Ubisoft. Next up, and stuff I'm actually starting to give more of a shit about. I guess we can just go to Microsoft because we kind of on Thursday we already covered Elden Ring, which might be the game of the show. That Elden Ring looks spectacular. So that was Thursday. We already showed the trailer for that on Thursday before we beat Resident Evil, so we won't continue with that. But we had Microsoft on Sunday, and they had their conference, and it was about 90 minutes, and they had some stuff that appeals to old KaijuKenjra, some stuff that was actually interesting. So I know a few of you watched it with me. I know a few of you watched it without me, but actually watched it, so you have impressions of it. And then there's a few of you who I don't know if they watched it at all or if you caught news of it. So I'll just show off a little bit of the coolest stuff I liked. In no particular order, just kind of how I remember it. So, because if you know me, you know I'm a massive fan. We had Halo Infinite, a kind of reintroduction of the game after a year of promising to revamp, rebuild delay a game that was supposed to release last fall because it looked so rough and because it, quite frankly, wasn't ready. There was a lot of stuff that they originally intended to patch in after the fact. And now, with this year-long delay, it's releasing this holiday. It's looking like a dramatically more compelling package. Let's watch this little trailer really quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about it before moving on, because I learned some news after the fact that is actually really damn cool, like objectively. So let's watch.
And hey, everybody, for us...
No. Where's the Halo trailer? Direct from Halo. Show me Halo, GameSpot, Halo. This one, no. Does Halo not have their own trailer up? Where you at? Multiplayer reveal? Do they not have their own freaking... what? Good God. Fine, we'll do this one.
And I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder, about fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds in a beautiful and mysterious sci-fi world.
Yeah, Rainbow, if only someone could
This
sit
is
you
just
down
one part
and talk
of
to you all
the
about
Zeta
Halo.
Ring, the largest,
Shame.
most wide-open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it.
This is like a direct feed, and this is pretty crunchy. Like, I'm not gonna look for another one, but IGN, you put up a crunchy trailer.
The heart of Halo is Spartan 117, the Master Chief.
The heart of
In the
Halo.
next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet. But you're not alone in the fight.
Notice
the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
Notice how the camera is a single take. They're doing a similar thing to what they did for God of War, where it's a like the camera doesn't cut.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy, and he's heavy in zero G.
I need you to understand. There's not much time. If I knew how you were going to die, I knew how you were going to die.
Camera hasn't cut, all single take. Trying to locate Cortana.
What happened? Where is Cortana?
That has to be the cut to gameplay right there.
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not.
God, Master Chief looks good.
Did you hit your head
He
or
looks
something?
good with that armor
Don't
damage.
you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you...
Is that ray tracing I see on his helmet?
Okay, then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Fake
Something
Tana.
stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The mission's changed.
Oh,
They
that
always
soundtrack.
Are you sure? Your head or something?
So, Halo Infinite. Little tease of the campaign. They always showed that they were going to focus on multiplayer for this E3, but they showed a little bit. That was that. And yeah, now there's a imitation Cortana, probably an AI made after one of Halsey's clones or whatever. Rainbow, I'll talk to you more about that later. Who was Halsey? Good question. I'll tell you that. But Iron Curtain, yeah, this poor man had to simp for a rogue AI. The plot of Halo 5 in a nutshell. I want Halo Infinite. I want all Halos from now on to be Master Chief just just hoarding different AI, like different versions of Cortana, like evil Cortana, fake Cortana, a third chibi Cortana. He's just sort of, he's ordered to destroy and delete all of them and, try to, right this wrong and prevent this rogue artificial intelligence from rampaging across the galaxy. And instead he's just like, let's go home. And then he like puts them in his head and suddenly there's just like split personalities and shit. I'd play that game. Master Chief just going, playing house with a bunch of AI. So that was, if he's looking for a time, he should just boot up Windows 10. Soon to be Windows 11. Yeah. No, we should, he's looking in the wrong area. Halo 5 is the angry boomer snipes the fuck out of Zoomers. Yeah. Angry 50-year-old smacks the shit out of Spartan 4s with overly complex armor. Halo 5 Guardians. So, what I was going to say. So we had that. Now, they showed off a lot of the multiplayer. It's a long trailer. I'm not going to show that, but they announced some really cool stuff for what they're doing for the actual multiplayer that I think is really cool and wasn't front and center. So what they're doing is they are splitting out the campaign and the multiplayer, where the what's it called? The multiplayer is free to play on the consoles, or at least the Series X. It's 120 FPS, which is awesome. It's gonna have that nice crispy frame rate that everyone loves so much and that a lot of the console players don't even know about, because this is the first generation of consoles that's displayed above 60. So that's coming out cool. It's going to have that typical modern style of seasons and unlockable cosmetics and stuff like that. But no gameplay changes. Apparently the armor customization is the heavy focus, which I love because I love customizing my my Spartan. They're doing this weird Destiny-esque thing where instead of just customizing the color to your liking, you're applying I forget the term they use, but sort of like designs onto your Spartan, and then you can customize from there. So I have to wait and see that in person. He's so old that the new guy's got fucking clapped. Yeah, dude, he's a Spartan too. He's like, he's a god to even the Spartan 4s. Like he towers over them, beat the shit out of them. Doesn't matter how old he is. But yeah, so there's all that. And then the coolest thing, as someone who's played a shitload of Apex, what they're doing battle passes, they're doing seasons, but you can buy the current battle pass or any of the old battle passes, and they're not time locked. They are not stuck in like that couple month period where you can only get the shit then. You can say you want to take a quarter off while a great game comes out and you don't play much Halo. Doesn't matter. You can go back and just grind out, that battle pass or whatever was that period of time at your leisure whenever the hell you want. And if they'll always be there, you can, for someone like me who's going to play it a hell of a lot, I'll probably keep up. But for a lot of my friends, and heck, even me after, a year or so, I can just, if some shit comes out that is really cool, but I'm not playing actively and I could have never gotten it in the moment, I can just take my time. I can grind with it. There's no stress of just like, if I don't get my dailies, then I'm screwed. And that feels nice. As someone who's put a lot of like half-hearted games of Apex in, I'm just like, well, I've got to get my dailies. But in reality, I'm just like, can I just not play this right now? But I do want to get that 6 sniper rifle. Like, but yeah, what's it called? That feels nice. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's really cool. Ali says Outer Worlds. Well, perfect timing because I've said pretty much all I want to say about Halo right here. Plenty more coming in the fall. I'm going to be covering this game a shitload. Halo is so near and dear to my heart. Kind of the very first game that I booted up on the Xbox blew my mind. Kind of countless hours. Probably I have to have thousands upon thousands of hours in the Halos, easy, across all the games. 20 years of my life. All the books read. Well, not all of them, but the vast majority. For the longest time, I was a lore freak. So, needless to say, very excited about Halo. Next up, We have a, what was it? A Mimi Outer Worlds 2 trailer. Let's see. I was brushing my teeth during this trailer, so I didn't actually hear it. So I want to watch this one too. Let's watch. It makes fun of itself, right?
We begin by hearing an old, wise-sounding voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting.
Oh, it's just describing itself.
This will make our game seem big and important. Now, something must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running. These pointless slow-motion shots make everything seem cool and should bolster pre-sale numbers. That wah sound can mean only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world, and there should be lens flares. Now we see our hero, but only their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design, or finished the story, or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. In fact, the only thing they have finished is the title.
Okay. I'm upset I brushed my teeth during that one, because if there was any trailer to actually hear the dialogue for, it's that one. That looks... The Outer Worlds, I hear okay things about. I've heard its best stuff is at the front of the game, and it kind of fizzles out by the end. It was sort of the first game that the, what's it called? The Obsidian, that company that made it, they were bought by Microsoft, and then that game came out like really soon after, if I'm not mistaken. So it was probably already in development, and then Microsoft gave them a little bolster financially to be like, hey, put the game out. So I hear it was okay. You know, Allie says she loves it. Oh, you're a big, love it so much. Okay, well, what's it called? That was a Game Pass game, and like I came really close to playing it a couple times, and the only thing that scared me off was like the time commitment, because I was afraid if I liked it, I'd have to put like 70 hours into it, because it's like a big ass RPG. So yeah, I'm actually, if I would play Outer Worlds, I would just go straight to 2, you know, because it feels like hopefully the team has time to refine it. You know, they have all the financial backing from Microsoft that they need. It'll be on Game Pass, of course, so it's no like risk of will I like it. It'll probably look amazing because it's on, you know, series being developed pretty much right away for the series of consoles and the PC and stuff. So yeah, that's a good game. I'm excited for that conceptually. Conceptually, obviously we haven't seen a single thing about it, but I'm always down for some sci-fi. So there's that. What else did we have? To switch it up a little bit from sort of the sci-fi, I want to show you guys a little bit of what's it called? Forza Horizon 5. It's a long trailer. We won't watch the whole thing, but good God, this game looks freaking beautiful.
Hello, I'm Mike Brown, creative director at Playground Games.
Thank you, Mike.
Stunning AMG. Please welcome Bill, Maddie,
guys.
Campaign mode, in which you set out on an adventurous journey across Mexico to explore new locations.
Okay, freaking all of IGN's trailers are just like, it seems to be cut versions of the live stream. Oh my God. Is Xbox, are you putting out any of your own trailers? Okay, here, let's go. This one. This one's much better. Here we are. Okay, now we're talking. 4K. All right, good shit. So, Forza Horizon, set in Mexico, spectacular vistas. This game is like no irony in it. This game is freaking gorgeous looking. Like, this engine is awesome. Oh, wait. Is this copyrighted? Can I not play this? Shit. Anyway. Cool vistas. Cool, beautiful stuff. The reason I'm so positive, they got Battlefield 2042 Sandstorms. They've got cool lava. The reason I'm so excited about this game is because Forza Horizon 4, I tried it on a whim. It was on Game Pass, and I was like, people seem to like this game. What the hell? You know, I played a lot of racing games when I was younger. Still enjoy them, but I don't play them anymore, really. Like the Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo. I'm not that excited about, track racing. But I liked rally stuff. The dirt games were more fun, more arcadey style stuff I enjoy. So this sort of was like, hey, this is a big budget Forza game, but it's that more arcadey, more like mini game, more lighthearted sort of party vibe. Let's give this a shot. And Forza Horizon 4 was so much freaking fun. I loved Forza Horizon 4. Like to this day, anyone, even if you're not really into car games all that much, I recommend Forza Horizon 4 because it's filled with such a varied style of gameplay. You can do like all this exploration stuff, just drive around and see cool terrain, jump around, like do crazy little mini games. And this seems like the extension of that. I am so there for Forza Horizon 5. It's on Game Pass for both PC and Xbox. So those of you who maybe want to play it but don't give a shit about the Xbox console, you can pay $1 and get Game Pass for a month or whatever and just play the crap out of this game and everything else that comes out this fall. Like Game Pass for PC is awesome. So I am really pumped for Horizon 5. All the way there for it. And there's that. So I want to show you guys this. This wasn't even at the trailer, but I haven't talked about this once. Tell me what you guys think about this. What was it called? Look at this game. Look at this game. What do you think about this? Marco! Harry! So this is Metal Slug Tactics. This game looks fun as hell. Stylish. It's like that grid-based stuff. It looks sharp as hell. It looks really, what's the word? Why am I blanking on it? It's genuine, or like it seems true to the Metal Slug series. Metal Slug Tactics. I've only ever really played Metal Slug games, grabbing a random arcade machine for a couple seconds at a convention or in a bar and stuff like that. And so my affinity, my love for Metal Slug is pretty, it's relegated to that. Even so, that game looks really fun. That game looks cool. I'm totally here for Metal Slug Tactics. That gets a big seal of approval from Kendra here. So there's that game. That's pretty cool. Like I said, that wasn't even at the thing. That was earlier, but that just popped into my head and I didn't want to forget. They had this guy, Stalker 2, long ass trailer, but game engine looks awesome. You can do all this crazy stuff. Vermentis was going apeshit about this. All your crazy Russian friends talking around their campfire. This is a cool part. Look at this. Don't get exploded by that thing, whatever you do. It's very important that you know that. So you got that stuff. You got some gunplay. You got some guy dancing to some classical music. You got this guy who appears to be the main antagonist. He loves the zone.
Мне тоже. Считаешь, я не думал, как обойтись без его смерти? Она не могла быть свободна,
You
пока
gotta
он
play this
жив.
game with subtitles. There's no way you play this with
Посмотри
English
на
dub.
нее.
You play it just like this.
Я не отдам ее никому. Сона дала мне жизнь. Новую жизнь. Жизнь, которую я готов вернуть, если потребуется. Я буду защищать ее. Охренеть.
Okay, so Stalker 2. That was one of the earliest things at their conference. That game looked cool. That game looked a lot of fun. So, Stalker 2, Game Pass. I'll play it. I'll play it. I'll play it. We're going, I wouldn't say we're going long because we started and this is still pretty, pretty truncated for one of my normal streams, but I did want to stop a little bit early. I have some stuff to take care of, so we'll wrap up shortly. Does anyone want to cover anything specific? Would anyone like me to play any other trailers? We got Redfall. We have Battlefield, which is really cool. One of my most anticipated. I watched the crap out of it, so I'm not going to watch it again, but we're going to play a ton of that game. Any of you who are into shooters, please buy it. Let's play together. It's going to be huge, 64 versus 64. I'll be playing with everyone, all my friends groups. Just come on together. This will amalgamate everyone into just a nexus of fun and friendship. That'd be a ton of fun. There was a Sea of Thieves Pirates of the Caribbean crossover, which had me smiling from ear to ear. That was incredibly fun. It's also like out in a couple days, if not out immediately or something like that. So, or maybe next week. I can't remember when. It's coming out soon. That game, Sea of Thieves, I put quite a few hours into. I had very little interest of returning to it, but they might have gotten me. I don't know if I'll go back, but I might. What else? Let's look at there's this really quick. This game looks freaking cool. I thought this was Playdead, the people who did Inside and Limbo. It's not apparently, but it is a new studio that was founded by one of the studio heads who left Playdead. So it's more or less like a different Playdead, or at least a lot of the same shit. Look at this game. This game looks freaking awesome to me. Check this shit out. One of the coolest things from the entire conference. Yes. Yes. That game looks freaking cool. Somerville. It looks like Alien Invasion Inside, a bit more action focused, or at least not specifically that sort of two-dimensional plane. That game looks freaking cool. I cannot wait to play that game. That looks so damn cool. Somerville. There's also this one. These are all from the Microsoft conference. Was it Returned? The hell is it called? What the hell is that game called? Also, oh yeah, Microsoft announced a mini fridge. So there was that. There you go. That's for you, Rainbow. Right there for you. Oh yeah, Hades is coming to Game Pass. Yes. Oh yeah, Party Animals. It's basically furry gang beasts. Awesome. Awesome. Can't wait to play that. Yes. A bunch of the Yakuza games are coming to Game Pass. Hell yeah. Where is it? Did they even show it in here? Slime Rancher 2. Grounded. Don't care about Grounded. Some Japanese stuff. Age of Empires, Outer Worlds. Flight Simulator, Forza, Redfall. They didn't show it. Here, also, they did Starfield. We talked about Starfield. We didn't really. Elder Scrolls Skyrim in Space is what it was being called. Oh yeah, Psychonauts 2. Microsoft had some good stuff. Contraband, only a concept, but it was like a what's it called? A thief game, a thievery game. 80s. Oh yeah, the new Plague Tale. I played the entire first Plague Tale game on stream last year, back when I was still on Twitch. And with all the Bag of Rats bullshit from the Resident Evil stream, this is as required as a required playthrough has ever been. Yeah, Plague Tale, the second Plague Tale game. Rats for sure. Xbox Fridge, Bethesda, Back 4 Blood. I'm eager to play Back 4 Blood when it comes out, so that should be cool. 12 minutes. Yo, where's that freaking game? Atomic Heart looks cool. Replaced. Wait. Didn't I just Google that? Well, I had it right? Did I say return? Returned. I said returned, it was replaced. Look at this game. We'll just end on this one right here, and then we can talk for a few seconds, and then I want to get out of here. This game looks crisp as well, in a good way. Check this out. I was saying in person when we were watching this live, like, Octopath did a lot with that sort of 3D, 2D stuff. Opened the doors for a lot of other devs. This game looks cool.
Play it day one with Xbox.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will. So, that was pretty much all of E3. There was a lot of stuff I didn't cover, of course, a lot of stuff that I really liked that I didn't even show. But yeah, that was just sort of a smidge, a good chunk of the stuff that excited me. For me, it was very clear. I don't really discuss about, and in all honesty, like the win or losing E3. You know, I'll use it lighthearted, but I'm by no means a fanboy. I'm just excited for cool stuff. You know, I own and plan to own like everything, you know, all the consoles. So Sony has their amazing first party stuff, those incredible production values, stuff that's just absolutely gorgeous that only Sony can do, that special Sony way. Awesome there, even though I miss them. I want them to come back to E3 so we got all the big boys there. So the Sony stuff, Microsoft is just killing it in terms of this value with Game Pass, and all their stuff is really starting to come together. Apparently, they're going to start allowing you to stream their Xbox games if you have Game Pass through a browser. So I'll like during my lunch break at work, I'll probably just play like non-Twitch based games, and then just have access to my whole library there. That's going to be a ton of fun. Nintendo's always Nintendo, where they show some really cool stuff and then they do weird ass shit that makes me scratch my head. And yeah, my Switch will almost certainly just be my Splatoon box. So hopefully a Switch Pro will come out before Splatoon 3, because I don't own a Switch and I don't want to borrow one every time I want to play it. But Nintendo's Nintendo. Who am I to say they should do anything different, because they are very clearly doing something that a lot of people seem to like. That being said, I think a lot of that thing a lot of people seem to like has to do with the fact that all those people did it since they were 2. So there's a lot of nostalgia in there. Shenmue 4, we swear it'll be... Yeah, I don't think they're giving any more money to the Shenmue man anytime soon. Mr. Shenmue. So, there we have it. We already talked about, what people liked the most, what they were most excited for. Another E3 is in the books. I'm really excited. It sounds silly to say, but I'm very much excited for the next E3, because that will be back in person almost certainly. And if there was ever a time for like a grand return to form, it would be next year. Because by that time, hopefully the console shortage is well on its way to being resolved, if not mostly in the rearview mirror. It would be an entire year of Sony and Microsoft, addressing supply chains, doing that shit. Won't say it will be 100% gone, but a lot of people who want those consoles will have those consoles who don't currently have those consoles today. So it'll be in the hands of a lot more people. The cross-gen stuff will start to be a little bit more, and by a little bit, I mean significantly more in the rearview mirror, so they can really start flexing their muscle when it comes to next-gen only experiences, next-gen and PC stuff. So excited for that. I always want the industry to move forward, the technology to move forward, especially with those new NVMe solid-state drives versus anything tied to those ancient, abysmally slow hard drives that we have in current-gen stuff. So yeah, next year should be good. That being said, there's some amazing stuff I can't wait to play. For me, it's a good fall. I'm going to have finally the next Halo. So much fun. I'm going to play so much time with Halo, play it with probably more people than I've ever played Halo with before, because it'll be free to play. A lot of my new VR friends, see how they deal with shooters. I will crush all of them. 20 years experience on them. I'm not saying that they all just started shooters, but I'm not bad. So we got Halo, Battlefield. God, Battlefield's going to be so much fun. Another return to form. There's all these games that have been years just sort of in nebula, just sort of floating around, potentially being cool, but not quite here yet. It's all coming out this fall. Hopefully I'll have maybe a PlayStation by then. I can play a lot of their exclusive stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. So that about covers it. How we all feeling? Anyone still exist in chat, or is everyone's brains all broken? I'm only good at strategy and fighters. I'm okay at strategy. I played a lot of strategy games when I was younger. Fighters, I kind of suck at fighters. I've never been good at fighters. Didn't play them growing up. I didn't get really a mind for them. So playing them as an adult, I'm just like, what is a half circle? What is a quarter circle? Crouch and block. What the hell is going on here? That sort of thing. So yeah, it is 9:30 my time. Everyone's brains are melted, judging by the lack of any more talking in chat. People are a small putty. Their brains are a mush dripping out their ears, and that is exactly what I hope to accomplish. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed our little E3 recap. Thursday, I expect we're probably going to be doing the Helltaker DLC. So that is a special game for this group here. I hope we're going to have a great time with it. I know I'll have a great time with it. I hope everyone else has a great time with it. So yeah, we'll be doing the DLC there. Hopefully we can beat it in one sitting. I heard it's actually really hard, so hopefully chat can help out. This will be a collaborative effort solving all these puzzles. We can thirst over our favorite demon people again. It should be a ton of fun. Get cosplay ideas, all that stuff. And then yeah, then the future is bright. After that, I don't quite know what's going to happen. I know that I'm going to put a lot of effort in the coming weeks and stuff into getting more edited stuff out there. I'm going to stick, we'll stick to the Tuesday, Thursdays, but the live stream, now that that's kind of now that that's set, now that I don't have to constantly build it, now that it's functional on a day-to-day basis, I want to actually start growing the stream. Right now, everything in this channel is just this friend group, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. But now that I know it works, and now that I know as a proof of concept everything can operate, we can have Adam over at a moment's notice and really hammer out those comedic, hilarious playthroughs and bits and shit. I'm going to start editing stuff. So the first test of that, I'm probably going to edit the Resident Evil 8 playthrough down into more digestible chunks for hopefully the people who eventually stumble across the channel and have no idea what's going on here. And right now, the live streams, they don't get shared or advertised. They, by nature of how YouTube does it, they are just, the second I turn off the live stream, they are disappeared. No one, unless they specifically come search for me and click on these, are ever going to see them. On the other hand, the stuff that I edit can occasionally go into, related searches. Because you like this, try this. So baby steps, we're going to start with that. Going to maybe do some short form stuff too, some YouTube shorts. Got to figure out how to edit vertical video, all that fun nonsense BS stuff. Can do some highlights on there. So good stuff coming. I'm very excited for the summer. I'm going to put a lot of effort into it, and hopefully we can see some growth. Hopefully we can get some more eyes on and have some fun in the process and learn a lot too. I want to get good at editing again. I had so much fun with editing. I said that a trillion times. So everyone, that's all I got for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I'll put this on to make it sound official. We got some music in the background, but it doesn't even matter because we are only going to be here a few more moments. At this point, what is there to say other than good night, love you, sweet dreams. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the trailers. I hope you saw some stuff that you hadn't yet seen. I hope you enjoyed chaos. And I will see you all on Thursday for some demon waifus. Okay? There we have it. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. As I slowly reach for the stream end, it is